Welcome to Senior Insights. My name is Cynthia. Today we're going to have a board meeting. So come on in, bring your coffee because you know me, sometimes when I get started talking I can't stop. So what our board meeting is, the reason we're having a board meeting is I feel as though you folks are my bosses and I have a responsibility to let you know what's going on. I haven't quite figured out how to do that, so I figured we'd do a board meeting and I'd wing it. And that eventually, just like this channel, I will figure it out and maybe do it a little more concisely. So what I did was I picked 7 of the last several videos, and I'm going to tell you about the comments and the things that we learned that I didn't tell you. Because there's tons of new information. So, first of all, I've got to do a little bit of homework. Some of the comments have discussed my voice. I need to tell you that my voice, I have thinning vocal cords. There is nothing that I can do about it. People have complained that the volume is not good. The volume has been checked multiple times. It's at 75%, and you can't go any higher than that, really. And someone else suggested that I get microphones. Well, I have 3 microphones. I have this one, which is a studio microphone. And I have 2 others, one for the phone, well, 2 for the phone. One of them I didn't like, so the other one is, so I just wanted to tell you that. Someone else said that they didn't sign up to listen to heavy breathing. It might be interesting if you stuck around for the heavy breathing. However, on that video with the real heavy breathing, I said, watch at your own risk. I can't help it. I have COPD, I have asthma, and I am severely out of shape. So that combination does it all. Somebody else was concerned that I have Graves' disease. I don't have Graves' disease. I've had a recent physical. My thyroid is fine. I don't have Graves' disease. Somebody else says, why do your eyes bug out? Because I'm trying to see you. That's why. And I use my eyes to express myself. So that's why my eyes are bugging out. This is how I would normally be. But I want to be able to see you. So, enough of that. I just wanted to tell you that so that, so the people that are concerned about my health know that I am fine. I'm perfectly fine. Anyway, we're going to talk about the schoolyard and penny candy. Oh my gosh, I think that was actually a pretty good hit. We got so many other schoolyard games that we played that I didn't think of. Remember, I told you I just did it off the top of my head. Well, there's tons more, like Jacks with Stones, that came from a woman in England. Hopscotch, I don't know how I forgot hopscotch. Do you remember Jelly Roll? Do you remember making human pyramids? Now they call it gymnastics, I guess. Red light, green light, hide and seek. I guess those are the schoolyard things that came out and that were remembered by other people. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to do the penny candy separately because that was like a 5-page thing that I wrote down. So then one of the other ones was anxiety for no reason, and I talked about not having the internet and how I almost had a meltdown, and that I discovered that deep breathing really helped. And I also discovered that I don't want to feel that way, so I need to avoid that at all costs, which means if I'm going to have a stressful situation, then I have to prepare myself for it. I have to do the deep breathing and accept the fact that I'm going to be inconvenienced for a while. But I got so many comments that you described me exactly. You said exactly how I feel. How did you know how I felt? I guess I was surprised at that, because even though I called it anxiety, I wasn't sure that that's really what it was. I thought it was being like angry and annoyed. But it's anxiety. It's anxiety that brings on that anger and the annoyance. Anger is another sign of depression too. So anyway, so that was it on the anxiety one. Why I love doctors so much? Well, that one was fun too, because a lot of people remembered Dr. Kildare. There were a few that liked Ben Casey better. One person actually remembers seeing him, and he had a hairy body. I don't know how much of him she saw or under what circumstances, but she remembered that and she liked that, and she thought he was more attractive. Someone else asked me, is that why you became a nurse? And I thought about that. Because when I was doing that video, I was thinking that when I saw him standing next to the nurse, there's a picture that I saw him standing next to the nurse, I wondered if that was a subliminal message to me, and that's why I became a nurse. Why I think I became a nurse is because I loved taking care of people. I had always worked as a nursing assistant, nurse's aide, they used to call them then, and I loved it. And at that time, you could either be a nurse or a teacher. And I chose nursing because it was 3 years instead of 4. I'm telling you the truth. But I loved taking care of people. I've always liked doing things for people. So, I think I told you, okay, now we're back to the backyard school games. I don't think I told you all of them. Hula hoop, Mother May I, Simon Says, bazooka, oh, that's Farmer in the Dell, Chinese jump rope. I did talk about a jump rope with between your legs, you know, like a rope. That was what I was talking about. I said it was Cats in the Cradle, but no, it was Chinese jump rope. Anyway, okay, so let's talk about the candy, because the candy was like, it sparked a lot of memories for everybody. I'm going to have to look at my list because I don't want to forget them. Bazooka bubblegum, rock candy, remember, on the stick with the round thing on it, Red Hots, Sweet Tarts, Sugar Daddies, Sugar Babies, Swedish berries and fish. They look like raspberries, the berries, or blackberries, and they had like those nonpareil, those candy balls on them. Root beer barrels, Milk Duds, malted milk balls, Pillsbury Space Food Sticks. I never heard of those, and I don't remember them, but they were out for a limited time because of the space launch. Kent candy cigarettes, watermelon slices, Sens, which was a coconut thing. I never heard of that, and I don't remember. I remember this licorice flavored one. It was a square. It had pink on the top. It was licorice, and I think there was a coconut flavor to it. I don't know if that was Sens. Chum gum, Mojo and marshmallow strawberries, blackjack gum, tea berry gum, wintergreen gum, clove gum. You can still get those, but they're still in the retro-looking packages. So those are some of the candies. Now I got to go back to the games because I thought I told you all the games, but there's tons more. On the next page, hot potato. Oh, this is a jungle gym. Giant steps. Ring around the rosy. Remember the teeter-totter? Someone described how they were on the teeter-totter and they got slid down and they got a sliver in their butt and how much it hurt. I bet it did. Card games. Okay. Enough of that candy and the games. If you think of any more, let me know. Oh my goodness, I didn't even look at this. I'm all over the place. You're going to fire me. You're going to fire me, but maybe it'll keep up your interest. I'm back to why I like doctors so much. Some people said they liked Marcus Welby better. They had Dr. Kildare books. He had a shirt that buttoned on the side, and I never thought of that, but that picture that I showed you, his shirt was buttoned on the side in his album, and I think that they were popular at that time. I don't know for sure. Then Debbie from Kentucky Life with Debbie, she had a purse, and she was trying to make me feel jealous, and she did. Because I didn't even know that these things existed. Then there's another one who had a Dr. Kildare pillowcase. I could have been sleeping with him. I didn't know that he had that. And then someone else piped in and said that they really preferred lifeguards to doctors. So hopefully I'm done talking about Dr. Kildare. Anyway, and then we did one on cave walls to cards. And we talked about cards. We talked about penmanship and the Palmer method and how we don't send cards as much anymore. We don't receive cards as much anymore. Kids aren't learning how to write. So well, those are some of the things that we talked about. And these are some of the comments. Losing our humanity. We're losing our human connection. We are between the internet. I mean, we're having coffee together at a board of directors meeting, but it's virtual. It's together as we're going to be able to get, right? Stamps are expensive, so that's another reason why writing letters could be tough for some people. Someone else said, you lost me on this one, and I suspect that they probably unsubscribed. I can't please everybody, so it's okay. Somebody asked, do they still make stationery? And someone else said that after the video, she went on Amazon and bought herself some stationery. So I consider that a successful video, if it motivated someone to do something else. And then there's this other person who's in our community, and she contributes a lot. And I don't have the exact name of her handle, but she was in an accident, and she used to go to a local assisted living facility, I believe it was, and meet with a specific group of women. And she has felt not good about not being able to go back and meet with these women. And she said, I know what I can do. I can write to them, and then I'll still be friends with them and have contact with them. I was thrilled with that one. If she does it, sometimes we say things and then we don't follow through. I do it all the time. But if she does it and that lady who bought the stationery writes a letter, that is awesome. Then that video was worth it to me. What can I say? That's it. That's all I talked about. Well, this one was a quickie. But I am going to talk to you, I think I talked to you a few videos back about, are you interested in doing a book club, or would you like to talk about books? The other thing is that I have on my agenda is I have tons of record albums that I'm going to probably be decluttering from my house, but I thought maybe it would be fun for us to go through them together. You can tell me which ones to keep or not. That'll help me. And I'm going to start telling you what books I'm reading so that you can, and we have an author in this community, and I just saw her today when I was reading the comments, and I didn't catch her name, but she asked me if she could have contact information. I have posted a post office box with my name and my post box address, and I've also posted the Senior Insights email. So if anyone wants to reach me for any reason, you can try those avenues. But anyway, thank you for coming to the Board of Directors meeting. If you have anything else that you would like to discuss, any complaints, any issues, I feel like it's important to discuss the concerns that people have about the channel, because other people may have it and not want to say it. And someone else suggested that my content needs work. Well, my content isn't going to change. I know it needs work. I'm doing the best that I can, and it changes every day. I don't have a niche. Sometimes I have boring ones, sometimes exciting ones, sometimes funny ones, serious ones. Okay, thank you for coming to the Board of Directors meeting. I appreciate you coming, and come back again tomorrow, and I'll have something good for us to talk about. Thank you. Bye-bye.